Hi, today we're going to be doing some training on how to do the Kinder Lesson Set D. And for this lesson, it's when the children will be doing a self-portrait of themselves. So let's look at the supplies that we need. First of all, we have this bin full of mirrors so the child can see themselves in the mirror and draw themselves. There's also this bin of large black crayons. The children all have their own crayons at their desk, but these ones are larger and easier for them to hold in their hand, and for the most part they're going to be just using black crayon today. At the end of the project, if they want, they can use their own crayons to add some color, but we'll talk about that later. So one other supply that we have in the closet is this black mounting, and we use this when we're demonstrating for the children what a portrait is. So we hold it up like this in front of our face and show them everything that's showing in this square is what you'll be drawing today. So the square that shows in this matting is also the same size as the paper that you'll use. So this is a piece of large construction paper that we've cut 2 inches off each side to make it 16 by 10 inches. And this is the size that's we recommend, so that if they choose this project for the art show, it will mount nicely onto another large piece of construction paper. So to begin, after you give the presentation to the children in the classroom, you will give a little demonstration to them on how to do the project. So let's do that now. So on your white piece of paper, if there's a whiteboard in the classroom, you might like to use that. If there's not, you can put a white piece of paper and tape it up on the board so that the kids can see what you're drawing when you're doing it. And when you read the instructions on how to do this project, make sure that you do read through the instructions before you go into the classroom, just to get familiar with how to demonstrate it. It tells you to first start by drawing an oval shape in the middle of the page. Oftentimes for this younger audience, we start by saying, well, what if I draw an oval this size? Well, this is going to be too small. We like to make a larger picture. In Art Vista, we always try to fill up the whole page. So you can demonstrate that this would be way too small. So we have them draw a large oval.
Hello. I have to
But to demonstrate, first you draw a large oval around the upper middle of the page. It doesn't have to be round. A lot of the kids will want to draw a round head, but in general, a head is oval shaped. And now it just looks like a balloon floating on the page. So we need to add a neck and shoulders. So show the children that it's just as easy as that to draw a neck and shoulders that grounds it. So at this point, we want to draw the eyes. They recommend that we draw the eyes around the middle of the oval. So 2 eyes, they're kind of close together, but they get the idea. The nose should be around 2/3 of the way down, and then the mouth is about 1/3 of the way. So we demonstrate that for the kids. We can just add a few details in our demonstration here, and then we get into the details. So the details would be some hair. Explain to the kids we want to draw things that we see on their face, like eyebrows, perhaps some eyelashes. And then have them really look carefully at their face. Maybe they have freckles. So we want to really capture all these details. Perhaps there's some lines in their face that they can see. Have them look really closely. So once all these details are done, they have the main image of their face. At this point, you can show them some other samples of what kids have done. This is our sample folder. You should bring this with you to the classroom. Here's another sample of a black and white. So after the child has created all these details and you feel like they get the idea of the project, which is really to capture all the details before they get in with the color, then you can let them take out their own colored crayons and add some color details. Here's a sample from another child that they did. There's some other samples in here. These look like they were done by Art Vista docents, which is fine. It gives the child an idea to fill up the page and to add a lot of detail. The other thing to make sure when you're doing this project and all these paper projects is be sure the child has written their name on the back of the paper before they begin. That way you can keep track of whose is whose. You don't have to go back and try and figure it out afterwards. And that's it. This is a pretty straightforward, easy project. You really only need 1 or 2 helpers.
And the only thing I think I would add is this: once you show your samples to the students, make sure you take them down so they don't copy yours.
Yeah, right.